after 6, Tuesday morning on 3AW, reading an interesting article in the Eye magazine about the cave clan. Trying to get a handle on it. It is vaguely mostly youngsters who like to go down things like storm water drains and call themselves the cave clan. Let's speak to one of them in order that we may find out more about it. Doug, good morning.
Good morning.
And Doug, is Doug your name? I mean, don't you have names like Whiz Bang and Griffo and the Phantom and things like that?
Yeah, some of the guys do, but I'm just boring old Doug.
How does it feel to be Doug amongst people called Predator, Trioxide, Dirge, Ogre and Hatchet? I guess you stand out.
Yeah, I suppose we do. There's a Bob in it and a few other boring people, but I suppose you can judge by the people by their names for a lot of them, like Trioxide's a bit of into chemistry and all that sort of thing, so he came up with a...
Well, about it still. Tell us what you do. Do you go down... What does the cave clan do? Go down storm water drains?
Well, that's the thing that we do that gets the most attention. We sort of explore all different types of things, but yeah, the drains are I suppose because of the danger and illegality. Yeah, we attract a bit of attention because of that, but...
What do you do when you're down there?
Have a look around. You know, there's a sort of... Most people just picture it as being round pipes with rats in them, but you very rarely see rats, and there's a lot of different sort of types of tunnels, old bluestone stuff, a lot of stuff that people wouldn't even realise is down there.
So the tunnels crisscross the city, do they?
Yeah, they're under most inner city suburbs.
How far could you travel, Doug?
Some of the bigger ones in Hawthorne and that, you could probably spend 8 or 9 hours in tunnels where you don't have to bend, like sort of large tunnels.
They're the ones near the Yarra, are
they? Yep, they lead out. Most of them lead out into the Yarra, especially on the in the inner city and that, or they'll lead straight into the beach.
Now, Doug, I might go down there once and I might have a look around, and I'd say to myself, with my attention span, oh well, I guess that's interesting. That's what pipes are like under the city of Melbourne, and those big ones near the Yarra. But obviously, with you guys, you keep going down and down. You keep going back and back and back and back. What's the attraction?
Looking for something different, like different sort of like waterfalls and old stairways and sort of just a variety, something different. You don't want the same thing over and over again. It's much the same as cave explorers.
It's I mean, it's illegal. You say it's illegal, and that's why a lot of these guys have nicknames. But you're hardly the Bader Meinhof group, are you? No, that's the whole point of it. I mean, we get all this sort of negative attention, but we're not really. Basically, we're risking our lives, and the risk is minimal if you sort of take the precautions and don't be silly about it. And that's so.
Presumably there are cave clans in other parts of Australia, and is Melbourne a better city than, say, Sydney to explore?
Well, it's a wetter city, so our tunnels are sort of a bit bigger and that sort of thing. Sydney's got a lot of sort of other alternative stuff to explore. Like they've got a lot of old communication tunnels and stuff like that.
What's the most interesting thing you've found down there? I mean, you'd never get me down there because I would figure the most interesting thing I'm going to run into is a rat or a blind mullet.
Yeah, no blind mullets in Melbourne tunnels. That's mainly in the sewers. But probably the most interesting thing you meet down there is people. You meet some strange people down there, or interesting people. But
seen Peter Hoare on your travels?
Sorry?
Seen Peter Hoare, the bloke from the tennis the other day? Has he been down there at all?
No, but he's bound to pop up sooner or later.
What about did the Swiss canyoning disaster give you cause for pause? Did you think, well, it's all very well us larking about calling ourselves Trioxide and things down in Hawthorne, but if there's a huge storm out in Eltham that's going to reach us in about 15 minutes, we might be DED.
Yeah, there's only a couple of tunnels that are that long that, if the weather was good in where we went in and where it'd be a problem, we're very careful when we go in the bigger systems.
Has somebody got maps of all the tunnels around the city?
Yeah, we've got maps. We don't use them because they're not...
Where'd you get the maps from?
I don't know if I should really say, but you can go into a council depot or water board, and most people just say they need them for plumbing or whatever, and you can usually get them just by talking. Say you need them for study or something like that.
No, I believe that. I mean, that's the way they used to get them, from the Nazis in all those Second World War movies. They just,
Yeah.
Excuse me, can I have the maps of the escape routes? I am a plumber. In a bad German accent, they used to hand them over.
Yeah, no, it's just carried on from there then.
All right. Doug, enjoy your cave clanning.
No worries.
And we look forward to further reports on your activities. You don't sound all that dangerous, but be careful, won't you?
Oh, we always are.
Good on you.
No worries, thanks, Ross.
Doug from the Cave Clan. The funny things that people get up to